there and welcome to another Coffee with Colm, and thank you for joining me. I'm Mushqueen Spare again. Beautiful day that it is. I had the great privilege during the week of speaking to a group of people, a group of business owners and interested parties down in Kilrush in West Clare. The Kilrush town team invited myself and David Fitzsimons, who's the CEO of Retail Excellence, to go down and speak to a group of people, and it was a wonderful night, absolutely fantastic evening, great attendance and really great interaction. But there were two themes that ran through the night for me, and I thought I'd share them with you today in this week's Coffee with Colm, if I may. And the first theme is that professionals never lose. Did you know that? Professionals never lose. Complete the following sentence. Sometimes I win and sometimes I bet your head went to say lose. Sometimes I win and sometimes I lose is what we typically think of when we get asked to finish a sentence like that. But in fact, sometimes I win and sometimes I learn is the more correct way of finishing that particular sentence. Sometimes I win and sometimes I learn. And professionals never lose, because if a professional goes out to do business, or a professional team, for example, goes out to play a game, and they don't put enough points on the board to be deemed successful on the day, to be deemed the winners on the day, okay, at one level they've lost the game, but professionals don't suck their thumbs and go back crying to mammy to say, oh my goodness, the world is against me. Professionals, in fact, go back into the dressing room and they watch the video to see what went wrong, what could they have done, how did they misplay on the day, to give themselves the learning that will allow them the best opportunity of winning next time out. So professionals never lose, and if you and I deem ourselves professionals, well, we're not going to win every single time when we go out to play our respective games, whatever they are in life, our respective businesses. But the question is, what's going to happen when we don't put enough points on the board to be deemed winners on the day? Professionals never lose, so please remember, sometimes I win and sometimes I learn. Professionals either win or they learn. The second theme that came through on the day was something I came across years ago, and I found it really interesting. And it's a phrase that simply says, they is you. They is you, right? And what it means is that the committee of they, if you ever find yourself saying, oh, do you know what they should do? Or better again, do you know what I'd do if I was them? Well, in fact, they is you. If you see that there's something out there that's not right in the world, in your community, in your business, in your life, well, don't be pointing the finger at them to fix it. If you find yourself saying, do you know what I think they should do? Well, that's the universe saying to you, you need to get involved. They is you. And we had a great bit of fun with the group during the week, because we got them to write down some ideas that they thought that the Kilrush town team could utilise, and they all wrote down these ideas. And at the very end, I reminded them that they is you, and if they were serious about those ideas that they'd written down, well, then they should sign the idea and put their mobile number and their email address on, and they should stand up and be counted, because on the basis that they is you, they shouldn't be saying, do you know what they should do? If I was them, I would. They need to get involved. And the same is true for you and for me in our lives. If we find ourselves saying they should, if only they would, if I was them, I would, well, then we've got to remind ourselves that it's the universe speaking to us and saying they is you. If you find something wrong with the world, well, then do something about it. If you have an idea of what they should do about it, well, then you be brave enough to stand up and be that person to lead the charge. You'd never know where that might lead. So, two concepts to consider for the week ahead. Professionals never lose, and they is you. And thank you for joining me for this week's Coffee with Colm. If it's your first time here, you'd like more of this type of stuff, well, then pop to the homepage, colmobryanmotivation.com, leave me some detail. I'll make sure you get a link like this every week. Most importantly, come back next week. We'll share another coffee together, and I'll ruminate on some other aspect of life and business. Between now and then, get some good coffee for sure, get some fresh air for sure, get some more and more. If you spend a lot of time alone, I recommend you go meet some people, and conversely, if you spend a lot of time with people, I recommend you take a little time alone. And then when the time is right, and only when the time is right, get your head back in the game, get organised for the week ahead, get stuck in, make next week count. Remember, professionals never lose, and they is you. And I'll see you here this time next week for another Coffee with Colm. Slán. Oh, I really love great coffee. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.